guys, it's Lisa. Welcome to my kitchen. Wow, I've popped on a couple times in a couple days with you. What fun. I don't know what it's like where you are, but it's really just chilly and damp in Michigan, and that in my world equals dessert. So we're going to make carrot cake, but we're going to make it a little bit unique. This is our new Epicure carrot cake for fall. We're going to make it like kind of like morning glory muffins plus. So we'll have some tomorrow morning, but I guarantee they're not going to last. And someone's going to definitely have some tonight, probably me. Anyway, so we're going to start with our carrot cake mix. And we have a couple choices actually before I start opening this. We can make this in a number of ways. So the carrot cake recipe calls for it in a cake pan. It's our silicone cake pan. We would just lightly oil this and we would make it as a carrot cake. Hi, Sue. We also have the option of making it in mini loaf pans. So this one carrot cake would likely make 3, maybe 4 smaller mini loaves. You could make probably 1, maybe 2 mini loaves and then use the rectangular steamer and make 1 rectangular steamer plus a couple of these small ones. Hi, Wendy. But what we're going to do tonight, because it's going to practically be breakfast tomorrow, is we're going to make them in the muffin tins. And I'm going to make 1 of them in the oven, and I'm going to make the other one in the microwave, and when we're done, I will show you kind of how they're different. So the very first thing is, when you go to use the muffin pans, just lightly oil them. Works really well. So what I do is I just take a little bit of oil and put it in each one of the cups. And if I get a lot more in one, like I just did in that one, I'm just going to leave a couple with none. Take the basting brush, just lightly whisk it around, just kind of getting along the sides, getting it on the bottom. This is the one that I had a crazy amount in, so I'm just going to go like that, and go like that, and go like that. So there's all of those. And then I'm gonna, since I have a little bit of extra, take the other one, and I probably got enough with what I got right here to do all of those without any extra oil. So I don't know about you, but we absolutely love dessert, and especially when we can get more vegetables and fruits in our dessert, it's always a bonus. So with this recipe, I just grated some carrots. This calls for 1.5 cups of grated carrots, and I only had about 1 cup of them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you, there's a little bit of a job in the mandolin. It's hard to grate carrots, especially when you look at this little serrated edge. I was just really afraid that I was going to get close to my fingers, but I did it. I used the guard, and the guard just kind of slides back and forth, so everything grated just fine. Made about a good sized cup, but just to get a couple extras, to get a little bit more nutrition in there, I'm going to take a zucchini, which I've washed. Let's get this pan out of the way so you can see. And then I'm just going to cut off just probably about this much of it, take off the end, and then I'm going to use the guard. You just kind of press this down into here, just so you get a good little grip on it. And then I'm just going to basically grate it. So let's kind of see how this goes. I'm afraid this might be a little bit flimsy just because I'm doing it kind of, let me see, I don't think I got a very good grip into that one. Hold on, let's try that. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to grate it. And I'm just going for about 1/2 cup. And then you get to a point where it's flat, and you just kind of press this out a little bit more. Whoops, and then it falls out on you. You just kind of press it in part of the way and keep pressing down on the little button until finally you have pretty much all of it grated. So that's all that was left, was just that little tiny piece. So I'm just going to take this, the last part of it got a little bit creative, but the rest of it is awesome. So I'm just going to kind of take it and put it inside the carrots. And this is going to be kind of like a heaping cupful. And again, when you make carrot cake and you've got a little extra zucchini, you're never going to really notice it's zucchini in the batter. So it's just like a nice heaping cup, probably about 1.25 cups. So that's that. So there's also a fine grater, a slicer, a thick slicer, and a thin slicer. So that's the one that I decided to use today. Okay, so back to our carrot cake. So we're going to open up our package, and it says to oil our pans or our muffin pans, which we did. We're going to put in this is the first time I've made this, so we're going to put in a 1/2 cup of crushed pineapple, Yum. And then we're going to put in 1/3 cup of oil. So luckily I can just keep using the same little bowl since it's graduated on the edges. And then it tells us to put in 2 cups of carrots, shredded carrots. So we've got our carrot/zucchini mixture. Hi, Lisa. And then we're going to, it says to whisk in a couple of eggs. So I am going to put the eggs in the same little cup. Let me just grab my whisk. Whisk them up a little bit, see if I can get them to whisk in this little bowl. They're just the right size for 2 eggs. If you didn't want to use eggs, you could definitely use like some flax eggs with water and ground flax, but the eggs in here are going to work out well. So there's that. And then we decided, just because we're trying to use up a lot of things in our kitchen, I got a couple little boxes of raisins, and I'm just going to add a couple raisins to that because Morning Glory muffins in my world usually have raisins in them. So we're just going to, again, raisins we're basically our fruit, so just gives us a little bit of extra nutrition, and it'll make our muffins a little bit bigger as well. So that was one little package, and then I'm going to do another one. Nice little snacks for people. But since they've been sitting around in my cupboard for a couple months and nobody's eating them, we're just going to make something good out of them and turn them into the Help for the Carrot muffins. So there is that. So we're going to just stir this up, and we've got just the right amount of liquid to solid, and again, all those lovely, the pineapple juice and the carrots are going to kind of juice a little bit, and there we go. And then, I'm sure that you guys know this, but when you're making a bread or a cake, you don't want to mix it to death. You just want to mix it until there's no more dry anything showing, because the more you stir it, the more it gets a different texture, and you just kind of want it to just mix. So that's probably just about enough right now. So there's my batter. It's hard to see, I know, in these lights. It looks really yummy. So I'm going to just go ahead and take my muffin pans. And what I love about the little spatula is it's lightly curved at the tip, so it just kind of, it lets you get in there really well, and it's just the right size to put into a muffin pan. So I'm just going to put these into the 12 muffins, and like I said, I'm going to do 6 in the oven and 6 in the microwave. They're going to be super easy to take out. Just going to pop them from the bottom, and they're going to pop right out. And I can tell because they have all these extra veggies and things in them, they're going to be nice full muffins as well. So I'm going to just put these in here, and then I'm going to put the others in the other one, and we will see what the difference is in the height and kind of what we notice. So I'll post that after. So there's one. I'll do the second one I'll do the next one in the same pan. We'll put one in the micro and one in the oven. In the oven, it's probably going to take about 15 to 20 minutes. In the microwave, it's probably going to take about 3.5. So the cupcakes that we made actually came out lighter and fluffier when we made them in the oven than they did in the microwave. So that was kind of cool. So I will let you know, and then I'll get a personal taste test report from myself and likely my husband or my son as well. If not tonight, then for sure tomorrow morning. So hi, Jennifer. So I hope you guys enjoy your night. Thank you for joining me. Have a good night.